back to the cracked mug. One thing I love about summer are all the cold pies you can make. Pies and tarts, like a lemon meringue pie or a coconut cream pie, and all the tarts you can make with the fresh fruit of summer. It's an absolutely delicious time of year. So I've decided to make one of my favorites. It's a banana cream pie. This recipe has been around a long time. The pie itself is said to have started in the Midwest, and the first published recipe, I think, is in 1901. Don't worry, that's not the recipe I'm using. This one is a simple, straightforward pie to make. You can do it in advance and put the cream and the top bananas on just before you serve it. It's absolutely delicious, and I think you're really going to love it. So come on, let's get in that kitchen. Here is everything you need to make the filling for the banana cream pie. I already made a pie crust. You can do so if you want. The recipe is right up there. You can also use a cookie crumb crust. You can also use a frozen pie crust. Just make sure it's fully cooked. Okay, you will need 720 milliliters of milk. I have 2 eggs and 2 egg yolks right here. 2 grams of salt, followed by 40 grams of cornstarch. And here I have sugar at 250 grams. Later on we will use 15 milliliters of vanilla extract, and I have 57 grams of unsalted butter, and of course 4 ripe bananas. I am going to whisk my eggs, the whole egg and the additional yolks. Well, set these aside. With no heat on, we're going to add the sugar, cornstarch, and the salt to our saucepan. We're going to whisk it to combine the dry ingredients, getting rid of as many lumps as we can. Now going to add the cold milk and continue whisking. All right, I think that's well combined. So we're going to turn on our heat medium-high. So after about 4.5 minutes, this has thickened. So I'm going to reduce the heat to medium, and I'm going to cook this for 5 to 6 more minutes. I turned the heat down to medium-low, and now I'm going to turn it off because it has been an additional 6 minutes. Time to temper the eggs. Oh Lord. So I'm going to I'm using a 1/2 cup measure. And we're going to get this hot liquid into these cold eggs. If we put the eggs in here, it'll just curdle and you'll have scrambled eggs, or something gross similar to scrambled eggs. So whisking, I am going to drizzle this into the eggs and whisk vigorously. That way we'll bring the eggs up to temperature. And as you see, I'm doing just a little drop at a time. I need to secure my bowl. No lumps. The bowl is warm. We can now return this back to the pot. Continue whisking. Let's go to medium-high heat. And we're going to whisk this for 2 minutes. All right, heat off. I'm going to transfer this to a bowl. Now let's add our vanilla and our butter. We're going to gently stir this until the vanilla is incorporated and the butter has melted and everything is beautifully blended. It just takes a minute. Now we're going to cover this with plastic wrap, cling film. And we're going to bring the wrap directly down onto the surface. We're going to let this sit here and bring it down to room temperature before we move on. So I left this on the counter for 15-20 minutes, and then I put it in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. I have sliced 2 bananas for the stage. We still have 2 bananas remaining. My pie crust has cooled completely. I'm going to put just a little bit of our custard at the very bottom here. And now we're going to add a layer of bananas. Now I'm just gently going to pour this over the rest of my bananas. Just going to smooth this out. I'm going to put cling wrap, the same one, back on top of this. Right down to the very top of this custard, or pastry cream, what it's really called. At this stage, it needs to go in the refrigerator for about 4 hours. You can also leave it until tomorrow, but you can do this a day in advance, not a problem, or the morning of, and then do the fresh banana and cream a few hours before you serve it. It's perfectly fine. The pie has set up beautifully in the refrigerator. It's been in there for a good 6 hours. I've sliced my 2 additional bananas. And now we're going to whip some cream for a topping for it. Here I have 480 milliliters of heavy cream, 50 grams of icing and powdered sugar, and just 10 milliliters of vanilla extract. We're going to put these in all at once. I'll whip this until I get to the soft peak stage. And that is it. Beautiful peak, soft. You wouldn't do this until it's time to serve your pie. You can keep it in the refrigerator for a couple of days as is, and then slice your banana and top it with cream when it's ready to be served to your guests, or to you. Again, not judging. That is looking pretty good. Now we'll just add our banana slices around the edge. One beautiful banana cream pie. Now, I guess I'm going to have to try this. It's time to try this. It is so beautiful and creamy. It's an absolutely gorgeous pie. Now I just need to give this a taste. And then I'm going to tell you something else about banana cream pie. Oh my goodness. At any stage, if you feel the filling is too soft, put it in the freezer for 15 to 20 minutes. Even after you've put the cream on top of it, and you try to take a slice out of it, and it's all gooey and mushy, put it in the freezer for 20 minutes. Trust me, it doesn't matter what it looks like, it's going to taste absolutely delicious. I can see this piece of pie drooping, and I can see my pie plate drooping already from taking those few pieces out. It's perfectly fine. Here, I'll show you. No worries, it's absolutely delicious anyway. So why? Give it a try. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.